The monster-taming third-person shooter and farming simulator Palworld has finally arrived, and it's a wild ride. Like 1800s North America, there's killing, pillaging, slavery, pioneering, and gym leaders? Its sales have been absolutely crushing. Since its release, for 3 days straight, it has been the #1 game streamed on Twitch. Within the first 8 hours, it sold 1 million copies. Within 24 hours, it sold 2 million copies. And after 40 hours, it sold 3 million copies. At $30 a pop, that's 90 million in sales in less than 2 days. There's no need to fret though. If you're interested in playing, this isn't one of those race to finish games. Instead, it's more of a sandbox style game where you play at your own pace and enjoy the journey. Remember to give this video a like and thumbs up if you enjoy the content. Also, comment below for a chance to win a copy of the game for free. Palworld is a game where you fight and gather resources to survive not only wild monsters, or pals, but enemy syndicate members and even the environment. If you're caught without food for too long, or without proper attire in the cold or heat, then you'll be struggling to survive and very well may even die. However, you can capture monsters to aid you in battle, and aid you in creating a farm or base where you can expand it to put monsters to work and have them assist you in crafting upgraded gear and obtaining more resources. Palworld is fully customizable, down to the rules that you choose to play under, and you can modify the difficulty in a tremendous amount of ways, or you could choose to simply play with one of their preset options. You start by either playing solo or joining a server of up to 32 players. Unfortunately, there are no massive or global servers, and 32 is the max amount of people that you can have on a single server. Hopefully this is something that they're looking into changing in the future, as it's the single largest drawback to the game. You can't take your progress that you've made on one server and bring it to another server, and because of this, if your friend cannot join the server you're on, then your only way to play with them is to start fresh on a completely new server. With respect to character customization, Palworld offers an okay variety of hairstyles and colors, while also giving you access to a size editor. While the customization leaves the users wanting, this is something that can easily be added onto in the future, and isn't of any concern. However, as it stands now, you've got more options in a vending machine than what's offered in-game. The mechanics are pretty straightforward. You can use a controller or keyboard, and the keys are largely intuitive. If you don't like the presets, then you can customize and remap the keys to suit your preferences. The combat mechanics are relatively fluid, and the combat is largely enjoyable. It's a unique blend of monster battling with third-person shooter mechanics. This leads to some insane synergy as you can do things like pick your pal up in battle and use it as a flamethrower, or any other number of combinations. The farming simulator for your base building is also very enjoyable. The controls are intuitive, and the resource gathering isn't oppressive. The PAL AI is actually fantastic, even if they occasionally bug out on you. It's absolutely adorable watching your pals work on the farm and seeing them cheerfully prance around completing tasks, until you realize that this is another form of indentured servitude, aka slavery. Morality aside, the mechanics are satisfying, and once you get a feel for which pals are good at which tasks, you'll have a thriving base in no time. Beware though, the bases can be raided by AI syndicate enemies, and so you'll have to help your pals fight them off to keep your base running at maximum efficiency. The game's polish is absolutely top notch. Of course there are some bugs, as Palworld is in early release right now. While a lot of people compare it to Pokemon, the game feels far from anything the Pokemon franchise has ever released. Additionally, the PAL's art and development seem a lot more sophisticated and refined compared to Pokemon. The game feels crisp and well designed. Pokemon looks like what a middle schooler would draw versus Palworld, which looks like what an art major would produce. The servers are the most severe drawback to the game at the moment. You can't play with different groups of friends on different servers without creating a new character on each server that you play in. It feels like when you're playing, even if you're doing it in co-op, that you have no meaningful progress to bring to other servers other than the knowledge and skill that you obtained from your previous playthroughs. It would be nice to be able to have mega servers where your progress seemed to matter more, but as it stands now, you're largely playing for the sake of enjoying the game, as you will have very little interaction with anyone else unless you have a dedicated friend group all on the same server. Some quality of life features could be implemented. For example, sometimes pals won't work on what you want them to in the base, and you'll be forced to stand there for some time building and crafting certain things. However, this is alleviated by the fact that almost all the entire game is fully customizable, And so if you want a server with higher capture rates or more EXP gains given out, then you can modify it to meet your wants. The PvP in this game is like my father who left to get milk when I was 5 and never came back. Non-existent. While it's on the roadmap of features to come, it's hard to tell what PvP would look like in this game. I'm imagining it will be a feature that you can enable or disable like other customization options, but that would be an extremely unfulfilling version of PvP, as that would be incredibly imbalanced and it isn't what the players want. However, envisioning them having anything else planned is hard to imagine, and we'll just have to wait and see what they come up with, as nothing has been revealed publicly, other than the fact that it's on the to-do list. Likewise, a cash shop is also non-existent, and while I'm normally in favor of cash shops, I think that this is a good thing for this game. A cash shop would yield allegations of pay to win, when really that's not the case at all. In fact, you can customize the game and make it ridiculously easy if your intent was to rush through the content and catch rare pals. So for now, it's good to see that they don't have any predatory cash shop models, and the only thing purchasable is the game itself. Now let's break down each category and give it an appropriate rating. Gameplay, B. It's easy to learn. It's fun survival adventure monster taming game. It has fun building mechanics. It lacks depth or purpose in an end goal. Novelty, S. It's a unique blend of monster taming and third-person shooting. It's a fun sandbox-style game with customization options. The gameplay makes you not want to stop playing. Character customization, C-. There are very few options for character customization. The sliders are useful, but most of the options are pretty terrible. You'll end up with some bizarre proportions if you mess with it too much. Mechanics, B. Simple to use, easy to learn, intuitive, but no advanced techniques for higher skilled players. It is customizable. Polish, B+. The game is well designed. There's a few bugs here and there, but nothing game breaking. The art is good and the gameplay is smooth. Servers, F. Terrible design choice to create the co-op play in this way. No way to play with different friend groups or meet new people without restarting. And I want to be clear, I'm not commenting on the server's lag or the smoothness, but simply the decision to isolate the gameplay within small-scale servers versus having a mega servers, or other ways to transfer your character or experience over to other servers to play with friends. Quality of life, C. Definitely could use some improvements, mitigated by the fact that you can't customize independent servers. However, customization is kind of a problem, because if you allow people to customize a server to be very easy, then is it fair that they transfer that character over to a normal or even hard server when it's max level with all the pals? So the customization presents its own problems. Is Palworld worth $30? Of course, it depends on your personal situation. But for $30, you could forego 6 blended coffees from Starbucks, or you could get 2 tickets to the movies, popcorn, and 2 drinks for $30, or you could even buy 30 Hot Wheels for $30. Talking with my friends who have played the game, and it's received excellent feedback from them. From the 32,000 reviews it's received on Steam, it's averaged a very positive rating. So, if you enjoyed the content, remember to give it a like and subscribe. Also, if you comment below, you'll automatically be in the running for a free copy of the game. Feel free to join the Discord if you'd like to join our private server on Palworld.